What's going on, guys? I'm Zach.
And I'm Matt.
We're dudes in chairs, having some fun playing some games. We've got some comments in the past that this is the first time you're actually seeing this game and you don't actually know what this game is. So we thought that we would go in depth on what the menu and what this whole series is about.
Alright, the first thing on here is actually the main part of the game. It's called Bounty Hunt. This is what you've been seeing us play. From here you can actually invite friends, team up with random partners, as well as when you're playing duos, you can have it to allow teams of 3, so you can go against teams of 3 as well as duos. Next is Quick Play, which is basically just a time free-for-all, where you start off with a random hunter, which either starts off with a pistol, a shotgun, or a melee weapon, or random. Basically, you're just finding spring wells to extend your time, where you're finding weapons and tools and equipment. The last one standing is to keep their hunter to be able to recruit and use in Bounty Hunt. Alright, the next tab is the Trial tab. Trial tab is basically challenges. There's 2 maps you can go into, which is Stillwater Bayou and Lost in Delta. There are 3 types of challenges that you can do, different places around the map. Like this first one is a racing one. You're kind of raced against time. There's certain things you have to do depending on if you're trying to complete easy, medium, or hard. But there's 3 different types. There's the racing one, there's a sniping one, and then there's also group one, where you're trying to kill specific monsters and banish them in a specific amount of time. In each one you get points for doing them, 48 on this map and 48 on the other map, or the 96 total. Use these points to unlock certain items. Alright, the next tab is the training tab. This basically teaches you how to play the game. There's a basic, advanced, and professional, which is just easy, normal, and hard. You get blood bonds for completing these. Alright, the last tab is the contracts. There used to be more contracts, but now it's always random.
The next tab in the menu is labeled Progress. This tab tracks all of your progress over your games in Hunt. So for instance, my Bloodline rank right now is 71, and our whole series is about us getting to rank 100. But you can also continue to rank infinitely and only get 200 Hunt dollars every time. But if you prestige, it resets your Bloodline rank back to rank 1 and gives you the option to have more money the next time that you start your journey, give you plus 10 experience gain when you are ranking, or the choice of a free legendary weapon or hunter. The next one is the Trials rewards, which tracks what you do in the single player mode Trials. Next you have statistics. This really doesn't mean a lot to me. Then you have your daily and weekly challenges that challenge you to do certain things in the game, like kill 3 leeches with 1 attack 5 times. I have one here that's already done that gives me 25 blood bonds, so I'm going to go ahead and claim that. Nice. And then you have the last match that you played. So the last match that we played, we actually died. We collected 50 bounty, we killed 2 people, I killed one of them, Matt killed the other, and we played for a total of 7 minutes and 9 seconds.
Alright, next up is your roster tab. This is where your hunters are. You start off with 5 slots for hunters. You can add more using your blood bonds, up to 20. This is where you can dismiss hunters or retire them once they reach at least level 25. It's good to retire them sometimes. It gives you XP towards your bloodline. This also shows where weapon slots are, and you can change your weapons from here, as well as your tools and your consumables. This also shows the traits that your hunters have, as well as the traits that you can add on to them and unlock throughout your bloodline. There's also a respec, which makes it so you can remove a health chunk so that you can get a different health chunk, maybe like 2 small ones instead of a large one, as well as removing traits which cost blood bonds.
The next tab on our list is Recruitment. So in the Recruitment tab, you can choose the various hunters that you want to bring with you. There are normally 4 options. I've already recruited one. Each game that you play, afterwards you get a free reshuffle, or you can spend your blood bonds to get an extra reshuffle. You can see what weapons they have, and what equipment, and what traits, and also their health bars. The next tab in that is the Soul Survivors, which you get by winning the single player mode's quick play. Next is the Legendary Hunters tab. Over here you have your choice of the legendary hunters. In the lore, each one of these guys did something kind of crazy, but my favorite is the Black Coat. But they are naked hunters, so they don't come with any equipment, you have to load them up yourself, but they do come with 3 bonus traits. You don't get to choose these traits, but they're nice to have, and they're relatively cheap, only being about $333 Hunt dollars. The next menu tab is the Store tab. It tracks various different things. So the weapons that you have unlocked, the variants that you can put XP towards by using the weapons in game. So for instance, the Borheim number 3 has 3 different variants, and I'm working on getting the Borheim number 3 extended. But I have to kill zombies, hunters, and different entities with that weapon. The next tab is the legendary tab. So this is where you would go to unlock different legendary weapons with your blood bonds. This is what I tend to save my blood bonds up for. Next one, the tools, tracks your various progress with the different tools to unlock different ones. Your consumables, same deal but with consumables, and then the actual cash shop where you can spend money on blood bonds. That's up to you. If you want to whip out the credit card, go right ahead. The next tab that we have is the leaderboards tab. This shows you the top ranking of all players who are playing the game. But again, the leaderboard doesn't mean very much to me.
Alright, the last tab I want to go over is the library tab. It's actually pretty useful. There's 3 books in it. The first one is a manual book. It just basically is the keys used to play the game. The second one is a monsters book. Keeps track of all the monsters you've killed. And there's actually masteries that you can unlock by killing a certain amount of monsters. Once you complete a mastery, it actually gives you blood bonds. The last book is the weapons book. It's basically the same thing, just an easy way to get blood bonds. But they're pretty useful. Shouldn't be forgotten about. Thanks for watching.
If you liked the video, subscribe for more.
We upload new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday, showcasing games that you can play with your friends.
If you have any suggestions on what games you want to see us play, leave them in the comments section down below, and we'll see you in the next one.